I typically would use a 5-day on, 5-day off approach of using herbs from plants that actually kill worms of parasites, break open eggs of parasites. And so you would cycle these things 5 days on, 5 days off. The primary ones I used were wormwood extract, otherwise known as artemisinin, a plant. And it has some of the very same actions in the human body to protect you from parasites as ivermectin does and hydroxychloroquine. So I always used wormwood extract, and I used dandelion root extract, which is very anti-parasitic. And then we also used other herbs and plants.
Parasites are mostly encysted and they're in a kind of a stasis in these little areas around the body. And when you take your dose of medicine, whatever medicine you do, whatever you do to get rid of the parasites, the first thing they're going to do is get rid of the mother parasite. The mother parasites apparently put out some hormone or chemical or signal that cause the babies to just all stay encysted. So they're not out making you sick. They're not swimming around. But the minute you get rid of the mother parasite, these things start hatching out. And this is why you need to cycle the drug. You kill off some, then you let more come out of these cysts, you kill them off, and you have to do this over a long period of time. Now, here's where the problem is. If you wait too long in between doses, what will happen is you'll have such a big parasite hatch out that you will actually kill so many parasites your next round of drugs that you will get what's called a Herxheimer reaction. And what happens is these parasites will be suddenly killed, and they will give you like an allergic reaction to dead parasites. No surprise that your body doesn't like a lot of dead parasites. And you'll notice it. You'll notice your stools will change. You'll have all these things happen. It turns out everything cancer likes, parasites like. They like carbohydrates, okay? And the solutions are a clean diet, low carbohydrates, cycling parasite doses until you can get yourself down to 3 days on, 5 days off, and then you keep, after a few months, you start spreading out the off time until you're down to maybe taking 2 doses of parasite medicine a month. And a lot of your doctors don't even know these things.
A 6-year, 4-year term in medical school, they get 19 hours of nutritional studies. That is the same as a 1-weekend course in 6 years. So when you go to your medical doctor and ask them, should I take vitamin C? They don't know. They don't know anything about vitamin C. Should I take vitamin D during the summer or in the winter? Most of them don't know either. So they're just not taught much about that or given much credence. In fact, they're just taught, if there's a symptom, prescribe the drug. And like I said before, wormwood I've used for over 20 years to help people clear parasites of all kinds, no matter what the form. And then there is a clover called red clover. It is an incredible herb at killing parasites also. This should be the staple for anybody trying to do a parasite cleanse. I'm not sure anybody knows this, but did y'all know hydrogen peroxide kills parasites? Did you know your own cells in your body make hydrogen peroxide? And every cell in your body will make hydrogen peroxide? Now, the only way you would see a whole population of people having a whole bunch of parasites as issues and diseases being diagnosed, but they are parasites, you have to understand the gravity at which all human beings have less hydrogen peroxide production in their body. You just need to go do the test, and then you can educate your medical professionals what they were not taught in med school. They were not taught about parasites, and they were not taught about nutrition.
There can be parasites that can cause necrosis, and these necrosis can cause cancer on long term, but there can be cancer that can draw in all types of parasites that makes it worse. Chlorine dioxide eliminates parasites in blood. We know that because malaria, it's the old malaria, Jim Humble, 100% efficiency. We have to understand that parasites is not the same like worms. If you have a big worm or parasites, I'm speaking here mostly about single cellular parasites like trophozoites of malaria or Giardia lamblia. Most of the parasites are single-celled, and this is much more. Has nothing to do with the worm inside. No, it's not that the worms are eating you up. No, it might be the case, but it's the last case, or 1 in 1,000, if so.